Hiya folks, it's Pete here from Ashton's Cars, and today we're looking around this late 2014 Mini One. This is the F56 version of Mini. It was launched in 2014, so it was the new shape Mini 10 years ago. And it's still in production, or just coming to the end of production right now, so it's pretty much the current face of Mini that you see. These cars are powered by a 1.2 litre 3-cylinder engine, which is turbocharged and gives out 100 horsepower. It's essentially a smaller version of the engine that you get in the Mini Cooper from the F56. So it's got plenty of power. You'd be actually quite surprised at the performance this car offers you. This particular one is finished in a colour called Blazing Red. It's a metallic red, which probably isn't being doing justice here today because it's a miserable, wet Welsh sort of autumnal day, and yeah, it's quite misty and horrible. But it is quite a nice red. It's not your normal pillar box red. It's got a bit more of a sort of nice shine to it and a nice metallic, which comes out in the sunlight when, of course, we do get some sun here in Wales. So, coming around the car, it's pretty much standard and it's very clean, but I do think that possibly the previous owners updated these lights because they've got the Union Jack lights on them, and I think I'm right in saying that was part of a facelift that was done about 2017, 2018 on these cars. So it's got the later model tail lights that have been fitted with the Union Jack in them, which is a nice little modification. It makes the car look a little bit newer than it actually is, and yeah, they're quite cool. So I think we can all agree that's a good thing to have. Apart from that, the car's standard 15-inch alloy wheels. It's got good quality tyres on it. You've got I think Continentals up front and some Yokohamas at the back. So it's got premium rubber all round, which is always a good sign, and it has got service history on it as well, which again, very good sign that the car's been very well looked after by the previous owners. It's hard to believe that this particular car is 10 years old because it still looks very fresh and modern, which Minis do. But also the condition of it is quite exceptional, really, for its age and mileage. Just to give you some stats on these cars, you have got a 100 horsepower engine, as I said. That's good for 121 miles an hour in this car. And 0 to 60 takes just 9.6 seconds. These Minis still weigh just over a ton, so they're quite a light car by modern standards, and that's why the performance is so sprightly in them. Right, frameless windows on the doors and a very, very nice interior. This is where Minis really come way above anything else in this class. No other car in the small car sector has got an interior to match the Mini, and even the Mini One, which we've got here, the technically lower end of the range, has got all the extras that you'd want really in a car of this sort of type. What you have got in here, which is probably its one weak point, is the boot. It's not the biggest of boots on them. I think just over 200 litres of luggage capacity, which is obviously what you'd expect on a car like this. So 211 litres off the top of my head. A little tray underneath though for your tools, or in my case, trade plates. But you know, if you can manage with 211 litres, it has got split fold seats and stuff to make it more practical as well. But what the Mini is all about for me is driver enjoyment. And when you get in behind the wheel of this car, you can feel it is a premium product. It's got a much more high quality premium feel than anything else in this sector. I like the fact that you've got this rev counter and speedo dead ahead of you. It looks quite sporty, and yeah, this one's done just 86, coming up to 86,000 miles. So it's pretty low mileage. Bit of carbon trim by here, high quality plastics underneath it. It all feels very sturdy. It doesn't rattle or sort of squeak at all. This particular car has got a media system here, so it's got the Bluetooth phone and also Bluetooth media streaming, as well as a DAB radio. To start it, we just push this button in the middle, and here's the startup sequence for you. And you can see it's no lights illuminated other than the fuel light, which is dangerously low, but we can sort that out. You've got this mood lighting on the car, and that's echoed through the whole thing. You adjust the colours on this through a switch up there, a little toggle switch in the roof. It's a cool thing, which I guess is perhaps a little bit gimmicky, But it really does add to the sort of cool factor of this car, and it has got a few unique little points like this which make it special. What you have got on a practical note, though, is dual zone climate control, even in this Mini One. So that's really well thought out, I think, and the switches have a nice feel to them, and everything feels really high quality when you're using it. You'll see that the switch also adjusts the colour on that band around the central sort of speedo thing. It becomes essentially a guide to where your hot and cold is. Engine revs cleanly. I have muted the sound on this because it was so blustery outside, so you can't really hear it here, but it's a typical 3-cylinder engine. It's got a little bit of a rasp to it, and it sounds very, very good indeed. Just turn the engine off and really give you a quick wander outside. But yeah, if you want a car that feels special in this sector, the Mini does feel very different from anything else that there is, and especially when you're sat in behind the wheel of it, it's a class above anything else, really. It might not be the most practical small car in the world, but it's, in my opinion, the best one. If you're interested in it, it is available for sale. My number is 07932 873 646. And the Mini will be available for nationwide delivery. Also, we are happy to take part exchange on this car, so give us a call if you're interested in part exchanging something. I'm happy to take some details off you and work out a price to suit you. That number is 07932 873 646. I'll pop it up on the screen now for you. Yeah, thank you very much for watching our video. I hope it's been of interest to you anyway, and please give us a like, share, subscribe to our channel, and hit on the notifications to be kept abreast of cars that we've got coming into stock. And yeah, well, we hope to see you very soon here at Ashton's Cars. Thanks very much for watching.